Friends, welcome back. Uh yeah. Before anything, guys, you know what to do. Hit all the buttons, subscribe, share, like, and
Share
hit
the
the bell button.
content.
Go to our website, realimmigrantcorner.com. Check out the site, check out the merchandise. Give a little support to this channel. Let's get into it, guys. I don't even know what to say anymore.
The Facebook. So the Facebook has changed
I
name.
was gonna say I was gonna do like a little editing session and just switch into like a virtual reality mode before he dropped in the Facebook thing, but I don't have that technology, so
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. I don't think they did a change name. Now the Facebook has changed the company name from Facebook to Meta. Meta is the new Beta. So they're the new beta male. So they're gonna be that's the name of the company. Obviously, being one thing is, when you have a brand, whatever the brand is, they say, okay, no publicity is bad publicity. Whatever the publicity that you get is publicity. That might work for a celebrity that you would be notorious because your product is not necessarily rely on you. You are in a movie or something like that. Even if you're a bad boy or you have questionable character or whatever whatnot, you are not that actually bad press might actually help for your movie to have more views or rating or just attention, bring attention to it. But when you actually have like a company brand, there's so much that you can actually have negative news or negative view toward the company before the brand loses its value. So interesting thing is, for example, Chipotle. Chipotle went from one of the fastest growing, uh, kind of like a food restaurant chain companies. All of a sudden, they had a few of the bad press and stuff with the food poisoning and stuff, and it just went down the toilet. And since then, it hasn't been able to recover. They had to close a lot of stores, and it hasn't been able to recover.
as we like to say, they
So
got Clinton.
right, they get Clinton. So with Facebook, all this negative censorship and all that, and what happens is now you are getting first thing first, conservatives are getting more confident with Trump coming up with the truth, the new media management company and all that. The more alternative that you have on the right side, we know where we stand. We don't need to be playing around anymore. So just people that are going to move is like either you're going to drink Coke or Pepsi, or whatever you like. You don't have to be just holding both of them at the same time. If you want to do that, it's fine. But the thing is, once that happens, the leftist companies, the Silicon Valley, are going to be the big losers. They're going to be the ones collapsing because the right side companies, they're going to be taking all that. That's why they just had to. What was the platform? Just taking not the
Parler?
Rumble, Parler. Parler came out, enormous viewership, just attention was getting, and they're in lawsuit right now. And Apple just moved them out of the store, so people can't download it. I mean, think
It
about
wasn't
how
just Apple.
afraid,
Google did the same thing.
how scared they were. And despite that, they're just stupid. They just keep doing this censorship and stuff. I personally have nothing. I don't care. I'm not going to be on those platforms. We shouldn't be just giving them anything and just go to the alternatives. And organically and gradually, this Parler, Twitch, other platforms, Gap,
There's
other
Getter,
platforms,
there's
right?
Substack,
They're just going to be start
Rumble,
Odyssey, all
Gab.
that. So slowly they're going to build up, and the more people that go toward them put content there, then organically they're going to move up. As they move up, you're going to have this Facebook and stuff is going to be dead. It's going to be dead. They are like a glorified MySpace at this point. No matter what they do, the only thing they have been done through monopoly, buying other companies, successful companies like Instagram and all that, and trying to survive there. If
But
Facebook was by itself, it would be done by now.
But let's get into the concept of it. I saw a movie several years ago, long time ago, that had the exact same concept. A detective was searching for a murderer, but the whole concept of where this person got murdered was in virtual reality. That once you connect to this virtual reality, you actually your body senses actually connect to the net. So what happened was almost the entirety of the population are connected to this virtual reality. So, a fat guy, he was his avatar was this like skinny girl. She went around and
Bruce Willis.
I think it was Bruce Willis. I forgot the name of the movie. It was very interesting. But that's the whole concept. When they're explaining the virtual reality of this whole thing is that you are gonna sit at home day and night with these headsets on, and you're gonna just go into a dream world. You are gonna be you're gonna be out of touch with reality. You're no longer gonna leave the house. You're gonna be 600 pounds sitting on a chair day in and day out, go into different virtual realities, create your own virtual reality, create your own room, create your own group, and just
Live in a mansion.
and just die. And just die in your chair, basically. That's all it is. When Mark sits, he's like, oh well, you could do this, and you could just be in the comfort of your sweaters and just sit home and don't go anywhere. We thank the pandemic because the pandemic allowed us to achieve this.
Yeah, this was a planned. It was planned.
I mean,
it wasn't a pandemic.
when in the hell anybody would thank a pandemic to create something that's gonna make people stay at home even longer, okay? And they brought global warming into it. When you're at home, you use less fuel. That means you're not driving.
Less energy. You eat less.
No, you eat more. You eat more, but you're not driving. You're not going anywhere. You don't have to live in the mansion anymore. You could just live in a box, and that's all you have to do. You could just periodically get up and walk, but those people, they'll just wear diapers like Biden. So the concept.
Over time, people they're gonna evolve, turn into a giant ass with fingers.
Oh,
they're gonna lose
the
limbs.
best! Oh, dude, you know what I just remembered?
Limbs.
This the best one. It's a cartoon. Okay. Oh God, what was the name? With that little robot.
iRobot?
No. What was the name of that movie? That cartoon? God. Hold on. I got it. Wall-E.
Yeah.
Yes, Wall-E.
Yeah.
What happened to Wall-E? The Earth was no longer habitable, so they moved everybody to a spaceship. Everybody was assigned a chair. They sat in this chair the entire life.
Rolled around.
And they just rolled around, and they just kept eating and eating and talking and eating and talking and eating and talking. And all of a sudden, there was a hiccup because Wall-E fell in love with Eve. Eve was basically a robot that came to Earth to take a sample to see if Earth's habitable. And she brought a sample back, and Wall-E gets on the spaceship, gets back to the main ship, and it happens to basically one of these carts, as it was moving, it got derailed, the thing turned off. The guy who was operating the thing, he's like, wow, there's other things around. And these people had never walked in their life. It's like the chicken that's being grown in these chicken processing centers, and they'll barely develop a bone to walk.
Right.
This is what they want to do. Okay, no matter how much you come and say no, this is conspiracy. This is conspiracy. It's not. This is all by design, people. These companies, they're globalists. Okay, they want. This is a global movement, global, which means it's being done by design. It's being done intentionally. They don't want you being outside, active, interacting with other humans. That's what they don't want.
Yeah, I mean, that's deep, obviously, a lot of stuff. I mean, I truly believe if you're seeking truth and just like in your conscious, you're actually seeking truth, not just, whatever that you like, but seeking truth, you're eventually going to find it. And how you're going to notice that is the positions that you once held 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago and stuff, you're going to see that yourself challenging all those stuff. You're just moving away from them. As you actually, find out truth, find out more information, your position changes. And I say all the time, like, I was an atheist for many years. I mean, I regret it, but you go to college, all this stuff, brainwash you, the same things, right? A lot of people, I've always had like a curious mind, I like to observe things, analyze them and stuff. So I went philosophy, a lot of the writers, a lot of people, reading their positions, I thought that was the absolute truth, whatever, whatnot, and I've made 180 degrees comeback to faith and just believe in a higher power. God, I mean, everybody has their own faith, but I'm just saying, like, the basis of it is the same. It's just because if you seek the truth, eventually you're going to find it. And I think, like, this whole situation, it has waken up a lot of people. And what I see is a lot of even former Democrats, people with different views and stuff. Now, people, especially, let's say, living in New York City, see how many, you wouldn't even think that they would have such a massive protests against the city government there. Everybody would think, oh, New York, everybody are just liberal and stuff. But these are the same liberals, now they're tired of it. And now they're having massive protests and stuff. And just singing Let's Go Brandon song. So just be open-minded, seek truth, whatever that might be, and just do your own research, do your own reading. Absolutely just do not listen to anything just a mass media put out there. It doesn't matter if it's a website, podcast, it doesn't matter, whatever. I mean, whatever the form, that now they're just bombarding, obviously, with the social media, bombarding people with, because people, they don't watch them anymore, so they have to force it upon people. So if you have Facebook or if you have any social media, they have the CNN or a Fox News or whatnot, MSNBC, all the garbage, Washington Post, New York Times, they're forcing that upon people. So if you glance on it, that can still influence you. If you're not strong, just majority of people, they are not, savvy with what's going on with politics and all that. But this whole pandemic and, so many people's lives physically and financially has been ruined, it should be a good wake-up call for people to pay attention, because this is not just about here. This is a global conspiracy going on against humanity as a whole. This is against the humanity as a whole. But number one, in order to break that, in order to bring that their final, global governance, they need to get rid of the United States. This is the last bastion of freedom for people to have individual rights in a strongest sense. You have Second Amendment that no other country has. No other country.
Absolutely, guys. So with that, we're going to end it. Thank you for watching this episode. You know what to do, guys. Please share this video, like the video, hit the bell button. And don't forget to visit our website, realimmigrantcorner.com, for more information and for our product line. God bless you guys.
God bless America.